Hello, hello. Happy Sunday afternoon. Got a nice Fan Factions game teed up. Let's tell some folks we're doing this. Okay. All right, so we got the Wisps thrown in here. Let's see this situation. Spades and TPs make sense for the Wisps. We're missing 6 coins and 4 coins and worker power. So a low coin game for sure, although we do have the Earth coin rewards in round 1. Medium low scoring track maybe here with TPs in round 6 is pretty nice, but these round 4 and 5s not quite so nice. So Prospectors seem like a natural one to throw in here. Alchemists obviously would make a lot of sense with the low coins, although the track itself is not so good for them. Or you could obviously just throw in a faction that has 9 power, and so it could take double dig. So we could do something like Children of the Worm could be interesting, or Architects maybe. I do think Prospectors would be quite good here, but I also just played a game with them. So I'm a little less interested. Children or Architects, I think, are going to be 2 options. Just trying to decide. Let's do Architects, because you could go like a round 4 Stronghold Architects game could be interesting here. And they actually go pretty well with blue, because this, especially if you don't get yellow in the game, this E3, like Architects love this stretch, E3, D3, C2, D4, and you get neighbors with blue in the game. So that's kind of nice. I could also play the, we'll see how the bidding goes. I could also play Wisps. Hey, Patrick. Happy Sunday. How's it going? Well, we get Prospectors anyways. Which is a little unfortunate because they're going to get bid down. This is actually like a very nice Prospectors setup in general. Especially because now they're going to get either the Priest or the Spade, which means they get to throw a Priest to Earth on top of the Earth steps, get a bunch of coins after round 1. It's really solid. And they'll most likely get the Priest because whoever's in 4th seat here, you have to assume is taking this Spade tile. Like, pretty much regardless of who ends up in 4th seat here, I feel like Prospectors are like 15 points ahead of Architects and Wisps already. Let's see what our 4th player throws in here. Conspirators, interesting. Bad for the Architects. Conspirators, I don't really... What's the angle on Conspirators here? You could take the Spade. You could take the Spade, try to take a Worker's action, open Stronghold, or you could open Temple. I guess the double water reward Conspirators maybe can kind of hit with water too, but I don't love Conspirators here. Alright, well I'm gonna bid on Prospectors because they're just by far the best value here. And if they get down 15 or so, then... I mean, what's crazy is Wisps might actually be the second best faction here, even though they're generally super weak. The problem is they're probably not going to have a neighbor. Yeah, I think Prospectors are going to get bid down a lot. Like, good setup, no neighbors, and naturally the strongest of these four factions anyways. People like the Wisps, I guess. I mean, Architects... Wow, we got to jump to Conspirators already, too. Conspirators? I guess Architects... Architects is the 40 faction, like, isn't terrible if the value is right. Like, they definitely have some things they can do here. They're going to get double dig in round 1. They probably don't even have to take... They probably will take Temp Ship just because... Yeah, I guess with Architects, you're doing a Dwelling Rush here. Right? Yeah. I think I'm going to go to, like, at least 25 on Prospectors here before anything else happens. Because the other thing is Architects, you start E6, F5, and you just have, like, 3 towns that... I mean, I guess Architects could start G2 here. Mess with Prospectors a little bit. But that really impedes a Dwelling Rush, because if you don't start on D6 or D7, then you can't really do a Dwelling Rush in the upper edge here. Unless you don't start D4. Which, wow, that would be wild. Given that you're probably going to have neighbors on E6, E7, and D5. That would seem sketchy. Alright, we're going to go one more on Prospectors, and then we're going to have a long, hard think about Architects here. Okay. So here's the thing with Architects. Is you can't start in all the spots that you want to start in. And maybe that's okay. Maybe you just don't start in G2. I mean, if you start D4, you can say you start D4, D7. You can double dig C2, C5, and you can build 1, 2, 3, 4 dwellings. It's pretty good. If you start on G2, D7, you can actually build 5. You could actually even build 6. The 6th one doesn't really matter. But like, you could build a 6th one if you dug G1. Now, I don't think that's a good idea. I think you would dig F3, which hems in the Prospectors a little bit, and gets you a neighbor, because you're not starting on D4. But man, that just... How is that good, though? How is giving up all that free leech possibly the right answer? That just seems wrong. Now, I guess if you're here on D4 and you double dig C2 and C5, you could build 1, 2, 3, 4, and maybe by the time it comes back to you, you've got enough for a bridge. So one thing with Prospectors this game is, like, there are not a lot of coins in this game, which is bad for Prospectors. Like, the 6 coin tile, 4 coin tile are very good. So maybe I'm just gonna try this. We're gonna go for it. I still have no idea what my starting spots are gonna be, but we're gonna go for it. There's no way that starting E3 is the right answer. I can't see that. Unless Prospectors somehow started E2, which would be very silly of them. So I think I'm just going to start D7 here. I guess all of this is predicated on the assumption that I'm getting temp ship, but I'm pretty sure I'm getting temp ship. It's going to be interesting. But the Dwelling Rush into a bunch of TPs in round 2, I feel like can't be wrong, especially in a low coin game. Actually, like, feels pretty good. Yeah, I guess actually maybe D4 is right here, because if I start D4, right, like, just from the upgrades, I'll get 6. All predicated on the assumptions? Yeah, it's fair. But this feels like a pretty strong assumption. What's up, Fickles? I mean, not getting temp ship here is fine, because if I don't get temp ship here, it means I get the priest. And then I just open with a couple bridges, and it's fine. And I probably still get double dig anyways. It's just without the shipping, it's a little trickier, but it's fine. No, it's good to do. It's good for the thought exercise, though. If you're making one assumption that if the thing doesn't come true, you get totally screwed, that's probably bad. Oh, here we go. This is helpful. Oh no, that's annoying. Okay, very interesting here. So I get lots of neighbors. All right, I think D4 is still the right answer here just because of all the leech, even though this G2 into F3, I think, could be interesting in some scenarios, but I think giving up all that leech is too important. But this C5 is quite annoying. I guess it's not that big of a deal. The thing with the dwelling rush is like you're building dwellings before you upgrade, so it's not like any of your starting spots are actually that relevant. Just to where you can get access to. So I'm going to get a bunch of leech and not give any back in the middle there, so that's nice. So fully expect this is the spade tile. I mean, he could shock us and take big building, but that would be surprising. Wow, Conspirators did take temp ship. Okay. Man. Interesting choice for the Prospectors now here, too, because... Man, am I going to get the spade? There's like a real chance I get the spade here. He's watching. Non-zero chance. I hope not. No, I didn't get the spade. Okay, this is actually fine, though. I mean, the annoying part is I'm probably going to lose d6 here. D7, the reality is D7 may be getting sort of abandoned with this. But if I just focus on coming through here, and maybe I can... The problem is it's going to be hard for me to come all the way around and beat the Prospectors to G2 if he's focused on it. But because he has E5 and like E4 open, maybe he goes this way instead. Okay. So the other thing to think about here now is double dig. So the Conspirators are clearly angling for it. And obviously if the Prospectors upgrade, then they'll get it. Will the Prospectors upgrade? I don't know. And will they upgrade E6? I don't know. I guess the question is whether I just give it to them. The answer is probably yes. The answer is probably I just give them double dig and take an upgrade. Yeah, I think that's it. Because all this leech, if I can turn around and get a bridge and some workers, I could get a town. The round one town here is in play, and that might be the angle. Yeah. I mean, you never know. If I don't upgrade there, maybe the Prospectors don't, but... The funny thing with Conspirators is he's going to eat E9, you have to assume. He's going to do D6 E9, which is annoying. Yeah, maybe they'll dig F4. That would be cool. Nope. I mean, if I'm in his shoes, that's the right move. Man, this is the second time, actually, that as architects, I've gotten screwed by a gray faction starting on C5. It's actually pretty brutal when you think about it. There's not really anything you can do to stop it as architects. Other than just sort of, at this point, like, don't invest in it, right? That's kind of what you do. Hey! That's not nice. The Wisps took a bridge and they... What? What are you doing? You can't even dig. That's a weird one. Okay, well, I guess I gotta take this priest now, so I have two... This is my other, effectively my other spade now. That was not very nice. And the Prospectors just get to sit here and watch all this and just have at it. So, lucky him. Well, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go get a town. That's gonna be the plan here. Is everyone playing against me? It's possible. It's possible. Okay. So I can take... I only need 3 workers to get my town. And then I could just build... Like, if I'm going to take the town, I might as well take the 2 key. Like, one thing is the cults are kind of open in this game, actually. Obviously, the Prospectors are going to lock Earth, but otherwise it's pretty open. And I think I want Temple for Fire 1, given the coin state of this game. So that does mean I need another worker. And the Prospectors definitely might want the workers. So I guess I should probably take them. Burn down to 7? Is that so bad? Not so bad. I also only need 1 worker. So sitting and maybe seeing if I can snipe the coins action and a worker, that might be better. I'm gonna not do this. I still don't understand that bridge by the Prospectors. I mean, sorry, by the Wisps. It doesn't really... It didn't actually bother me because I just took the priest instead. And in some ways, like, blocked another priest from going to the board. I mean, I probably would have taken the priest over the bridge anyways. But I'm still confused as to what he's doing, because he already did his upgrade, so it's not like he needs the direct adjacency. Like, if he'd done this first and then used the dig from the TP on C4, that I would understand. But this seems kind of backwards. And he doesn't have any way to, unless he's going to hard dig it, like, he doesn't have any way to take advantage of it. Ooh, greedy Prospectors going straight for Earth 1. Now I'm going to be taking a workers action for sure. Are these guys going to spam Earth? These guys are going to rush Earth 1? Oh no, not quite. Look at all this leech. This is amazing. Watch me get the workers and coins actions here. This is going to be amazing. But now he can't even use this spade. Like, he should have put the bridge there. And use a bridge. Other than getting cut off over here and having him take all these hexes, this is actually not like a bad opening for me. All right, workers action it is. You think he didn't know the rule? Oh yeah, I guess that's a possibility too. He didn't say anything. Yeah, I guess maybe he didn't know the rule. That would be an unfortunate but reasonable explanation of the situation. Sometimes I forget that not everyone has played as many fan-faction games as I have. All right. Coins action it is. Why not, right? Resources are good. Yeah, especially in a game where coins are so going to be so tight. It's definitely good to grab one. One thing we're going to have to think about is where we put the town tile, because I do think this is probably trending toward a round 4 stronghold game. Naturally, the thought with that would be turning, like, basically having this as your first town, D4, C2, D3, E3, which is what I'm going to do this round, and then splitting that probably into a town that goes this way and a town that goes this way. And so the question then becomes, do you put the town tile on D4? No, I guess you would always put it on C2, because that gives you the option to move this bridge. And there's no additional optionality put it on D4, because otherwise you'll never be allowed to move that. So C2 is going to be the answer for the town. That also means I could move this bridge and have a town via continued connection this way too. All right, I think it's finally time to start building stuff. The other thing that's awesome here is Prospectors are going to pass before me, which means I'm going to get the spade for round 2. Which is going to be really nice. I'm going to need to advance my shipping. That's fine. I actually think I'll be in a good spot here to... It's not following the track as nicely as I would have liked, but I think I'm going to be able to be in a good spot to just advance ship, spade G1, and grab G2, probably even before the Prospector. So I'll get this after all, which now that I don't have anything over here in the east is actually like that much more important to carve out some space down here in the south. So I can ultimately find another town here, one town here in the west, town here in the north, 3 towns, plenty of space to do stuff. I think I'll be in good shape. And I'm like sufficiently far away from the Conspirators that our color neighborness is fine, and D7 is just going to get abandoned. Or maybe at some point in the future I'm able to snag E8 and then connect up at the very end. I think that's what it's going to be, Figgles. It's like part of me really wishes I could do it in round 3 instead, but I think I'll probably have to secure it in round 2. One thing that's a little tricky about it is, let's see where this ends up, actually. I might end up wanting to actually take temp ship here, and I'll explain that in a second. But let's finish this round. So use the priest for a bridge. Build this guy. And this guy. Now, so I guess naturally I would take the 2-key town here, and like it's hard for me to imagine that's not the right answer. The other option would be the ship town, which would alleviate this issue I was about to start talking about, which is that if I spend my priest on shipping next round... Oh, but the whole point would be to not spend the priest on shipping so I could send it to water. But if I don't take the 2-key town, then sending it to water doesn't do any good. Okay, so I got to take the 2-key town regardless. And as we said, we're going to put it on C2. That gives me maximum amount of flexibility to later move bridges. Okay, that's good. So this will give me a couple power. And then I still want to build this temple for Fire 1, I think. Yeah, that definitely seems like the right move in a game like this. And now, I guess it's still passing for the spade and hoping for a little bit of leech to maybe get a priest action. Or I could like go really sexy and go like Temple Water 2. I do have enough resources to build 2 dwellings and a temple. Do I have enough to do 2 dwellings, temple, and ship increase? Like 1 coin short of that if I take the spade. Which I would get if I built temple, although the ordering could be tricky. Wisps will probably upgrade next to me too also, because it's a TP round. So I think this is gonna work. We're gonna go for this. Not that I really know what else I would do anyways, but yeah, so I've got a ship increase, TP temple, and 2 dwellings is 16 coins. I guess I could start with Priest of Water if the Conspirators don't do it right here. And then hope to wield the Priest action. It's just a little bit dangerous if it gets taken. But I actually don't really know who would take it here. Like, no one else here really even wants the Priest action that badly. Conspirators go Priest of Fire. That is very interesting. Prospectors take Workers. No big surprise there. All right, I think this is the play. I think it's Priest of Water and hope to wheel it. And if the wheel doesn't work, I can still just like throw a spade on B2 or something, and it's not terrible. Or F2 maybe. But this is also a really good Priest. This is a triple value 3-step Priest in the round where it's going to return. Like, that can't be bad. The Priest of Fire is super interesting. I wonder what his thinking is there. Scoring plan? Well, I'm going to try to build a temple this round. And there might be a copy of Earth 1 for me. I mean, if not, then Water 1. Scoring. Scoring's overrated. Focus on the economy. It's only round 2. I mean, the real scoring plan, honestly, is probably try to build a temple for Water 1 in round 5 and build a whole bunch of TPs in round 6. And also get 3 towns, and by taking the 2 key town, I'm going to score some cult points, and I think I can be competitive on network too. So, given Prospectors don't look like they're connecting, Conspirators, if I get to G2 before them, I'm going to significantly slow down what's going on there. And Wisps might connect. Depends on if Prospectors push through the middle here all the way or not. Because I'm not taking E4. But if I take G2, then Prospectors might want E4 so they don't have to make this a sanctuary town. Which actually then sort of potentially cuts Wisps off unless they can go all the way north, but that requires a lot. That is something for me to keep an eye on, actually, is that both the Wisps and I are ultimately going to want B2 here. Because if I want to split this bridge, then I need B2. So let's keep that in mind. Anyways, I did wheel this Priest, so that's great. We're going to take that. It does look like I'm ultimately going to have to burn down to 5 here, which is a little sad. Because if I get Earth 1, that'll be the 1 power I need to get this 16th coin for my full plan. I guess depending on what the Prospectors do, I may not actually have to build G2 this round. Conspirators aren't pushing toward it at all. And Prospectors haven't either, although they still very much can. I mean, he still actually technically has tempo on me toward G2 if he wants. I mean, he doesn't really need it. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, so I mean, at this point, like, I should just go ahead and build this temple. Grab a copy of Earth 1 before I build these 2 dwellings. Like, why not? Ooh, that's some nice leech. Oh man, everyone's coming out of the woodwork to give me leech. This is really nice. Now I'm not even gonna have to burn. Ooh, Wisps. I just didn't realize Wisps are on the TP tile and he's got 4 TPs. That's cool. It was always going to be a nice first couple rounds for Wisps. He also took a power town, I just realized. Which is interesting because I don't think he took a power action after the power town. I mean, I guess he is set up to be able to take double dig next round, and he wouldn't have been otherwise, probably. So maybe that's his angle. Look at this. A copy of Earth 1. Oh, nice. Alright, so I'm definitely feeling good now. I'm going to build G1, G2. I'm going to get a Cult Spade that I'm going to throw on... Ooh, I could throw it on B2. That's probably the answer. I think it's important for me to get up through there. The other option would be I6. Or actually even F2. Either one of those would be valid. I think B2 probably makes more sense. I'm going to have 6 workers next round, so I'd love to build 6 workers and have I5 open, so that's 1. I'd love to be able to build 3 dwellings, but I don't know if that's going to happen. I keep getting leech like this, maybe. I guess if I got on temp ship, I could build A6. Could be something. I don't know if that's worth it. All right, so there's the shipping. Or Conspirators. Conspirators might go to temp ship here. Is D7 stranded? It's probably stranded. If E8 sits around long enough and I can snag it late game, like, sure. But I actually don't think winning network is going to require a super huge number this game. Because Prospectors, I don't think, are connecting. Wisps might be connecting, but also might not be. And Conspirators feels like might run out of room. Like, I'm going to cut off access to a lot of these natural grays for him. I might not even need it, but we'll see. But it feels like a, if the opportunity is there in round 5 kind of situation, go for it. And if not, don't worry about it. Once Conspirators just like hemmed it off and everything, it just like became kind of uninteresting and can just sit there and soak up all this wonderful leech without giving any back. I wonder if Prospectors are going to eat G6 away from Conspirators here. That'd be kind of nasty, actually, because then he'd basically have to either triple dig something or build 2 bridges. Or I guess he could do 1 into a Sanctuary Town. Either way, that's kind of ugly. And it's 2 spades for 2 hexes for the Prospectors, so could see it. I just noticed the Prospectors took Fire 1, which I think in this game actually makes a ton of sense. Not something they typically have to do, but if you're playing in a game where there aren't a ton of coins, and this is definitely one of those games, then it kind of makes sense. Alright, so we're going to build this guy. I mean, I guess I don't actually have to build G2 right now, but I think I should. When in doubt, build a dwelling, right? And so the passing options here are ship scoring, which is probably 3 points. And I mean, I guess I could advance my ship again, but probably won't. One thing to think about here too is F3. I guess ship scoring gives me the potential opportunity to take a spade, but I think I want to use all these powers as coins. So the problem is if I use the Colt Spade on B2, then I can't. I'd have to hard dig this, and then I don't have anywhere else that I can like use a priest as a bridge for a hex. Like I'm not 1 away from any single spade stuff except for F3. And the minute I build that bridge, like he's gonna eat that. At least you'd think. But it's not like if I take the big building tile, it doesn't give me enough to hard dig twice, which is what I would need, and still build 3 dwellings. So I guess it's ship scoring no matter what. And I do think this is B2. This is a super important hex. And I'm just going to hard dig it. Oh, man. I just realized there's actually a chance I get the coins action here. Good to see you, Tom. Have a good night. Thanks for watching. Yeah, look at this. Wisps take double dig. And now, unless Prospectors could totally take coins because they can never have too many, but I also think they need workers more. Which means this coin's... Oh, he didn't leave it for me. So close, guys. So close. That would have been completely absurd. Okay. So I think first I actually just want to throw Priest to Air. These extra... This is like basically locking down winning this cult, most likely. And it's a coin. That's all good. So let's start with that. I mean, the one thing with Prospectors taking coins here is I might have more actions than he does. Which means I might be able to stall him out on the F3 decision. So if he doesn't just build it, then... I might be able to do the bridge situation at the very end of the round. Possible. We'll see. Conspirators do single dig, hard dig, which I guess, given the importance of G6 to them, is understandable, but that is a sad investment. But I guess it makes sense. Okay. So I guess it's all up to the Prospectors. I'll just kind of follow their lead here. He leaves F3 open. Great. And if not, then that's okay too. Because I'll totally be able to build a town just as like a stronghold on G2 plus like these 3 hexes down here if F3 isn't open. Or if F3 gets taken, right? Because either G2 will have a neighbor if he builds on F3, or he won't build an F3, and then I could have that as the neighbor. Either way is fine. Priest of Fire for Prospectors too. Interesting. See, now I'm kind of tempted to go Priest of Fire to claim that last spot, but I also really want to keep this Priest around. I guess the other thing is if F3 gets taken, I could advance my ship and build a dwelling on A6, which isn't terrible either. Especially since I am on chip scoring. Interesting. Yeah, so let's just build I5. See what happens here. I'm a coin short away from advance ship, build a dwelling, and also hard dig and build a dwelling. Now I'm only 1 power away. Man, at this point, I almost want the Prospectors to build F3. Yeah. That is kind of true. And there we go. Ask and ye shall receive. Cool. Yeah, this actually works totally fine, because now I can advance my ship and build 2 dwellings. And that's great. And then this will just be the town here. Like, that was kind of the secret key here, was I didn't actually need F3. And this is also great, actually, because once if I also build A5, then this now has enough. 1, 2, 3 for the bridge, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is now clean to move this bridge. So if I build a stronghold next round, which is what I want to do, I'm a little concerned about having enough coins. But if I can find a way to build the stronghold next round, and also this dwelling, then I can move this bridge to I6. Otherwise, I just like build a bridge in a random place, build a new bridge in a random place and move it, which is also fine. But not as good as not having to invest in a new bridge. The spade tile would be the primo choice for solving this problem. I have a feeling it's not going to last. So I might have to settle for like dwelling scoring or something. Oh, if only I had gotten that coins action, that would have been nice. Yeah. Didn't really expect that to stick around. Okay. Advance against the ship here. So, who's in the best position? I mean, I think I am, but besides me, I guess it's Wisps, kind of by default. Oh, this is actually going to be nifty from the Wisps. So the Wisps here are probably going to be able to build this stronghold and use the stronghold ability to claim E4. Which means they don't have to worry about connecting until round 6. And he's got the most points, and he's on the stronghold tile. That all seems like the right setup. Just as I built that dwelling, I realized that maybe I shouldn't have done all that. I just don't know. Am I going to have enough coins here? Well, we're going to have to figure it out. All right, we're going to pass for this dwelling scoring tile because it's going to be giving me lots of points. And 2 coins, which is the best I can ask for. So anyway, so I just spent 6 coins on a ship advance and a dwelling. And if it prevents me from building a stronghold, then like that's less points than I would have been able to get from the stronghold. So that's not good. Let's see, if I send a couple priest occults, I need 9 coins to build the stronghold. Got 5. Actually, if the Wisps do what I think they do and build stronghold D2 and also throw the dwelling on E4, then like my coin problems are solved. And Conspirators took the last fire spot, which is not particularly surprising. I wish I could have done with my priest last round instead also if I didn't advance my ship. So it's like a 3-point difference, right? Because you don't get 3 points from the extra advance. Don't get 2 points from the dwelling, but get 5 points from the stronghold. That's a wash. But then you get 3 points from the stronghold action being able to be used this round. I mean, I think I'm going to be able to do it anyway, so I guess it's not really the right way to think about it, but just making myself very, very coin poor here. But luckily I do have a bunch of priests. So these will help me get some. Oh, yes. So the Wisps are going to do this thing and save me, I think. Stronghold, and now I would be absolutely shocked if this is not on E4. Yeah. Okay. Well. Complaining or not, sometimes it works out. Okay, so now I think I'm in a pretty good spot. Because I'm going to build this stronghold. I'm not going to be able to build a dwelling because I don't have quite enough workers. That's okay. Oh my god, was the coins action sitting there this whole time? Oh, so sad. I couldn't take it until right now, so. This is only my second action of the round, but. Oh man, that would have been nice. Anyways, alright, so I guess we're just gonna build a TP. Ooh. You guys don't want to see the music, although I am going to put it on. Unfortunately, you guys can't play it for you because YouTube won't let me upload. I've started trying to upload these videos to YouTube afterwards so people can watch the replays after they expire on Twitch, which is great. But if I do that, I can't have the music in the background because YouTube's copyright catchers are really good. So, sorry. Someone told me Lumen uses like non-copyright stuff, so maybe I'll try to figure that out, but not for now. Okay. Stronghold it is. Do I want to send one more priest to a cult first? Probably. Should I fight for Earth? I guess that's the question, right? Probably not. It's not really a very good fight. Because he can just send a priest to Earth too. And then it's kind of over. So... But this is good. I definitely want to send it because of the power, and then also it's going to give me coins next round. And the opportunity to get more better leech. Let's do this. Also, this stronghold is a 4-power stronghold, right? Yeah. So that's nice. Wisps are going to get another town this round. Yeah, so I guess Wisps are in the best spot here. Kind of by default. Ah, see, there you go. More usable leech. Yeah, I thought there was no way in the world I was going to have enough coins to try to grab a copy of Water 1 after all next round, but I actually may have enough. All right, time for the stronghold. So one thing to think about next round is I have to be a little bit bridge careful. Oh, no, I guess I don't, not really. All right. All right, so Conspirators pass. One thing to think about is pass tiles here. Actually, no, with Conspirators passing on to a Priest, I'm kind of good no matter what. I mean, I guess I don't want the TP pass tile. That's not so helpful next round. So I want big building or ship scoring. Ship scoring being the real ideal. So I can't move a bridge right now. Oh, actually, I could move a bridge right now. But I don't think I want to. I think I want to build a new bridge. I could move this bridge, because this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh no, that's only 6. No, okay, so I can't. So I gotta build a new bridge anyways. So let's build a new bridge. I'm actually gonna build it here, and then move it over to here for next round. So anyways, what I was about to say is, I do need 3 more. Oh no, I need 4 more real spades, which is actually a lot. I need A5, I need 1 on F2, I need 1 on I6. This is assuming I get bridges in place at the right time, and then I need 1 on I7. That all together, it's actually a lot. Think whether or not I'm going to try to grab a double dig, which is just rough because of the coin situation, or if it's just going to be like a bunch of hard digs. I mean, there are a lot of workers in the game. I also have to think about if I want to build a TP this round. Probably want to build a TP this round. At least I'm going to have a good coin situation coming into the last round because of this temple coin event. That's going to be really helpful. But next round is going to be a little rough. Okay. So he took ship scoring. All right, well, let's do this. I mean, it's going to be interesting for me whether or not I take... I assume the Wisps are going to pass for TP scoring right now, so it's going to be interesting to see if I take the big building or do I just take the spade? Oh man, he's just that confident I'm not taking TV scoring? I mean, I guess he's right. So I could take... I can build a TP. Gives me some more coins for next round, which is helpful. And if I do want to build a temple, I have to build a TP anyway, so I might as well build it now. I mean, I lose a point on dwelling scoring, but whatever. You know, the other issue I'm going to run into is a little bit is neighbors. Really, I kind of think I should just pass for this spade. Yeah. I think it's like pass for this spade and next round maybe just like build a dwelling and try to pass early. And just build all the TPs in the following round. Someone's going to take this coins action. Wow, man, the Prospectors... There's also an off chance the Prospectors don't take the coins action here, although Conspirators aren't, and Wisps don't have enough power to take it now. He burned down to 3. So, like, if it's going to be there, it's going to be there either way. Like, the Wisp, me going before or after the Wisp is not going to impact that. So maybe I build the TP and take the points. I guess the Wisp could build a... Yeah, okay. Oh no, but see, then if I do that, I don't have enough. Right. So that's the thing, is if I pass now, I don't have enough coins for the coins action, or I don't have enough power for the coins action, and I want to at least have the option if it's there. So that's definitely worth 4 points. Not to mention, if I do it this way, I'm 100% guaranteed to have a scoring tile in the last round. So that's going to be the answer. All right, I'll be right back. Okay. All right, so Wisps, yeah. TP tile. What do Conspirators do? Priest to Earth? Let's see, now Priest to Earth is kind of interesting. I wonder what Prospectors do. Like, he totally could take the coins action here. His problem is he also doesn't have any shipping. So it's like, where is he going? What is he doing? I'm trying to think of where he's... Like, he's got to want to try to find a third town. I mean, I guess he could advance his ship twice and try to dig out I6. That would be bad. So I might have to be careful about that. So if he dug I6, he'd get down here. Also, if he gets the 2 coins, I guess his best option is probably try to get to 2 ship and dig out something down here, which is going to be relatively uncontested. And he did take the coins action, which is not terribly surprising. A little unfortunate. All right. Well, yeah. Now, last priest to Earth is actually quite interesting. I still have to decide if I'm going to try to take Water 1 or not. I think the answer is no. I just don't think I can really afford it. The tricky part is I need to build TPs before I can build dwellings. Hmm. I'm just leaving these hexes hanging in a way that definitely feels dangerous. Well, there's 2 copies of Water 1 gone nice and quick. So this might not be much of a decision for me anyways. Yep. Which is totally fine. Given my general feelings on the topic. Okay. So honestly, what I'm probably doing now is doing like the bridge action and a spade, and that's probably it. And then I'm going to pass early for hopefully dwelling scoring, which will also give me the coins action at the beginning of next round. And we'll just try to make it all work. I think the problem is I do have 2 hexes, well, 3 hexes really that I need. And I don't know what is most under threat. And it's all from the Prospectors, although F2 is also... So the hexes are A5, F2, and I6. And I only have 1 dwelling right now. Oh, shit. My clock only has 10 seconds. All right, let's just build this then. Too much time talking, not enough time taking actions. Now I can at least move this bridge, which is nice. And if the Prospectors up their ship twice and like triple dig me out, you know, so be it. That's what they're gonna do. They're not gonna do it twice, so. And now I can finally move this bridge at least, which is good. I would like the Wisps to build on A4, so I have some neighbors to build TPs. Right now I've only got 1 spot. Is D3. I guess I should have built that TP last round, just so I could build another dwelling protectively this round. But at this point, I think I'm better off just passing. I guess assuming no one passes in front of me. If someone else passes early, then doing like 1 TP in a dwelling is probably worth it. I actually wonder what the Wisps are even going to do here. They're going to try to build the... You can try to build the town across the top? Like, maybe? He doesn't have any priests, so he can't advance his shipping. Otherwise, I'd say he would advance his shipping and go to H2. Try to build something down there. It's like water too. Interesting. Didn't notice that. Why would he not take air 1? I mean, the Wisp could legitimately pass in front of me, although he can't take coins action. He only has 3 power. He also needs some serious ship advances. He wants to connect. He needs 2 more. Prospectors have so many coins. They can basically do whatever they want. I mean, he could legitimately... Could he? Not quite. He can't quite advance his shipping twice and eat both F2 and I6. That would be insane. And really annoying. But luckily, that is not what's going to happen. I mean, the Wisp could eat F2 right now. That could totally happen. I don't think that's going to happen. But it could. Could build 2 dwellings that way. 2 dwellings, try to build a town off something like this. It's not crazy. Building a TP on F2 doesn't help him at all. At least not with a town, because he can only put the spade on one of these guys. A4 still really feels like the right answer, but... Conspirators also really need a ship advance. Like, no one has any shipping, which is preventing everyone from doing anything. Conspirators have no shipping, and Prospectors have no shipping. Now, Prospectors presumably are going to advance their ship twice right now, but... it's still pretty wild. Just goes for the bridge to solve his shipping problem. At least temporarily. Alright, so that's going to be a town for the Prospectors. Or Conspirators, which makes sense. There's also no stronghold Conspirators, by the way. He went past the big building around last round without building it. Which is also interesting. Okay, so we do get a ship advance from the Prospectors here. So I'm trying to decide. I mean, so here's the crazy thing. Neither the Conspirators nor the Wisps can take the coins action. So I only have to pass ahead of the Prospectors to guarantee I get the coins action. So part of me says, why am I not building, like, TP Temple Dwelling? Yeah, I gotta do this. Like, I can't get out of this round yet. Why does my clock keep running out so fast? Whatever. Yeah, we're gonna build a TP and a dwelling here. And maybe a temple, since it's temple rounds. Build temple for Earth 3. Or maybe Water 3? Or is he going to take Water 3 right now on me? No, there's the Air 1 that we were expecting. Okay. assume this is going to be another ship advance in the Prospectors. So yeah, I mean, this is hard dig build F2. That's what we're doing. This is also a town, by the way. Which means actually I'm probably going to take a cult town. Yeah, so I should do another conversion. Oh, shoot. Ugh. I just ran into this issue where if I do this, it's going to lock this bridge in place, which means I can't move one next round if I want this to be a town. Ugh, it's still worth it. I'll figure it out. I'm going to have to make enough stuff up here. That's going to be this. I can move this bridge. That's what we're going to have to do. So many things to consider with architects. I should have moved. Well, no, because if I moved to this bridge here this round, then this wouldn't have been a town because it would have been connected to C2. What I should have done is done this the other way around. No, because this is the only way I could have ended this round. I mean, I guess unless I just had this thing sitting somewhere else, like on G1. So I guess the last round, I shouldn't have moved the bridge to where it is beneath the stronghold. I should have moved it to a random place so that next round I can move it to beneath the stronghold. But I did not see that far in advance, if I'm being completely honest. So now what I think I'm going to do, by the way, the Prospectors have actually built... Well, first of all, I'm very curious to see where the Prospectors go now that they're at 2 shipping. But he's also already built all 3 temples, which means he's not building another temple this round. He doesn't have enough workers to build a sanctuary this round, which means I'm not in danger of losing Earth this round. Which means I could build a temple for water 2, lock down water and do an Earth step, and then send my last priest to Earth. Or send this priest to Earth for 1 step, which I need to do to claim it back anyways. It's not like I really need another worker. So I think that's going to be the play. Since that also snuffs out any weird Wisp water ambitions. Locks me 2 cults, basically 3 cults. Since I can also then easily close air with a cult step from water 2 and a priest next round. With 24 cult points, feeling pretty good. Ooh, Prospectors go with another one. Oh, so he might be... He can't connect, though. It's not possible. I mean, I could see him going for 3 shipping. He is on ship scoring. Whatever. We're going to do this. Gives me some points. Since the Prospector seems to be in absolutely no rush to get out of the round either. And he's also now doesn't have enough power to take the coins action. Assume the Conspirators will pass on to this big building tile. If not this action, then soon. And I'll be free to grab the TP tile. And if not, I'll take the big building, but TP is better because I don't otherwise plan on building my sanctuary. Although actually, the sanctuary could be the way that could free up me to move a bridge, so if I'm on the big building tile, it might be worth it. Whew. It's been a pretty crazy game, actually, I have to say. There's like a lot of things going weird. My whole D7 foible at the beginning, but then having a crazy round 1, round 2, and then running into what was very foreseeable as this like super coin poor game. But it's been pretty good. It's been pretty good. Culty architects, right? This is the key. This is where it's really working so well. I haven't really even talked about it that much other than talking about the specific moves, but like this is real nice. Oh, he did go ahead and pass. Alright, well, he's still not going to have enough leech to take the coins action, so it will still be mine. It's great. Lock this down. Oh, right. I guess I'm going to overproduce Grease here. Yep, it is Fickles. Ready for a TP round. No water 1, unfortunately. That's the only miss. But otherwise, it's looking pretty good. All right, so I'm going to produce 7. Yep. Okay. Oh, and I didn't even notice it. At the end there, we got the Wisp A4 build. So now I can actually build some TPs, which is great. And so if I just build 3 TPs up here, or actually I don't even have to, I can build 2 TPs and I can move this bridge over here to claim my 3 points. Which I'm pretty sure we've confirmed is valid. Well, we'll see because I'll try it shortly. To move a bridge that breaks a town as if by you put it somewhere that keeps the town valid. I'm like 99% sure you can do that. Glorious, glorious coins action that we knew was happening is finally here. And like starved for a coins action all game long. I think I got round 1 was the only other one I got, if I remember correctly. Clutch copy of Fire 1 this game. One power short of the Prospectors sniping that again. So the one thing that could happen still here that would be a little annoying is the Prospectors could still steal I6 from me. And then, like, I could move the bridge to H4. But I don't think there's any way for me to get a town off of that, because I would need too many digs. I'd have to try to, like, advance my digging or something, which I definitely don't want to do. I don't think I have enough workers for that. So that's the one danger that's... it's just going to sit there. I don't really have anything I can do about it. One thing we should look at is network. So I'm at 11. They need a 3-worker dig it. Conspirators would. I mean, Prospectors dig with coins. So it would cost him 9 coins. Yeah, Conspirators would have to 3-worker dig it. I don't think they're going to do it. Prospectors are who I'm worried about. But he's also not... like, blocking me doesn't really help him that much. He needs to find a 3rd town. I think he needs to just, like, take a worker town off of this. Probably fire 2. Yeah. If he takes a worker town here, I think he can find another town down here. Priest town, interesting. Okay. Hello, coins action. I guess maybe the Prospectors are thinking they're going to get the workers action, which seems like a pretty reasonable assumption. Oh, there are no worker towns. That's what's going on. So I guess one thing for me is I am also a little bit worker needy. Because if I wanted, this is 6, 7, 8 workers. Like, that doesn't leave a lot of room for TP, so maybe I'm not getting this town after all. Maybe I just forget it. Just make sure I win network. Well, first of all, don't want Wisps stealing that. So let's protect that. And then, yeah, so maybe it doesn't matter. Alleviates my bridge move problem. Although I think we decided that actually wasn't a problem. I mean, I guess if I get enough leech here, I could get double dig. That would solve the problem. Actually, maybe even single dig would solve the problem. Yeah, which I think I'll be in good shape to get, actually. Okay. Because I can do the water 2-step on air, which will get me up to enough power for single dig or 3 power short of double dig. I'll get 3 more power if the Conspirators come down here. No, so he's going to go that way. Okay. So they're officially go the town ambitions, which is really fine. I think what the answer is going to be now is probably actually double dig would still be cool, actually. Yeah. Double digging now for F1 and E8. Because then I can move a bridge over here and build more dwellings, and I can kind of build out like everything. Which really makes up for not getting this town down here. This is actually pretty nice. I do need to build a TP first, but that's fine. There's 3 10 spots on cults. Very nice. Makes me very happy. All right. Time for some TPs. That's a good thought, actually. Do I actually need F1? I was just thinking about the fact that Wisps here actually might have incentive to dig out F1. Oh, now he doesn't. Because he built this to other TP. Does he have TPs now? Yeah. But now he's got exactly enough for 2 ship advances, which is what he needs to connect. But I don't know if I even need it. I would have 4 dwellings to build. If I can even do that, but I don't have that many workers. So this is 6 that I'm going to spend, and then I'll have 3 more dwellings. Yeah, so my 3 dwellings can just be E8, H1, I1. Oh, and I can get to A12 if I'm connected too. So yeah, forget it. And no one can reach H1 right now, or is going to anytime soon. So I guess Prospectors could, but they're not. They're building out of town. So we talked about this a while ago. We said if E8 was available late in the game, we would go ahead and grab it. Well, there it is. Works great. And so I don't think I'm going to catch Wisps, or probably Conspirators also, on points here, like actual banked points, but my end game is going to be massive. And I think should still be enough for me, because I'm going to get 20, probably 26 cult points, because the Prospectors will probably pass me on fire. And then 18 network. That's 44. Plus I'm going to finish like 115 or so. Right? Maybe a little more. Maybe 120. Actually, maybe I will finish ahead of the Wisps. He's only going to have 118. Oh no, he's got a pass tile too. Be just behind him, but then many more endgame points. And same with the Conspirators. So it's a good example of the round 1 town architects opening, even though it was not my original plan. My original plan was temp ship dwelling rush, and as Fickles astutely pointed out, don't make assumptions without being able to deal with them. Made this big assumption that I would get temp ship, and I did not. And the Conspirators did it so they could claim all this territory and have space advantage around me over here, and so we had to pivot. Pivoted from the dwelling rush and double dig to round 1 town and 2 bridges, and it worked pretty well. Architects are pretty flexible. And the round 1 town led to the 2 key town, which led me to be quite culty, which is obviously very nice this game. The color rewards were kind of like mediocre, nothing amazing. But the points are great, obviously. So, all right, keep building. Did Prospectors find his last town down here? Yeah, he did. Has to do one priest to a worker, but he's about to do it. Got a bunch of TPs sitting on his board, which is kind of sad, given it's a TP round and he has water 1. But he is going to get the town. And then he'll probably find one more TP, right? Yeah, he can take another priest town if he wants to. Could even do... Yeah, he could do a 3 power conversion. He just did. As we run down here, we'll talk about the other factions really fast. So, Prospectors, I think D8 ended up being a mistake for them. I think them not being able to compete on network really hurt them this game. And then they didn't actually lack coins throughout the game. You know, I generally think Prospectors without both big coin tiles, and even honestly without just the 6 coin tile, can be in a rough spot. He actually seemed for most of the game to be okay on coins, but just expanded really slowly. Was kind of slow on workers. Had a bit of an uninspired first round and just kind of never really got the economy going. I mean, look, he's going to found 3 towns here. And if he was competitive on network, would be closer. But just didn't quite snowball everything fast enough. Wisps, I think, actually had a pretty good game. Had potentially, as Fickles pointed out, maybe a rule misunderstanding in the first round where he built a bridge and then built a TP on C3 that kind of wasted the TP spade, although not like you'd ever really use it. I mean, he could have gone to B3 instead. But, I mean, he's found a ton of points. He's got, really abused the TP pass tile quite nicely. Is gonna, I guess it looks like, tie for second on network, which is pretty nice. Kind of feels like he could have had outright second on network if he pushed a little harder. Had a very nice use of the stronghold in a round 4 stronghold around to grab this and then plop that dwelling on E4 to secure connection without having to do a bunch of ship advances. So that was nice. And let me take this action. And then I will talk about the Conspirators. So the Conspirators, did this thing in round 1, which I don't think was bad. I mean, D6 secures connection for him. It obviously hinders me quite a bit, temp ship quite a bit. I mean, he got double dig, right? So, if you're going to give up the spade bonus tile in a round 1 spade round, you're probably doing it hoping that you get double dig, and that worked. Then there were a couple of odd moments. He sent Priest of Fire when Priest of Water was available, and it was a water spade round. He had to invest a bunch to secure G6, which I think was the right move, but just kind of to a situation where both decisions are kind of rough. And then similarly, I guess he has 12 structures, but this footprint just feels very limited. I mean, letting me get to G2, which I don't know if that's more on the Prospectors or the Conspirators, but combined, neither of them pushing south early and me getting this was really helpful. And hindered the Conspirators a lot, because the next natural expansion spot for Gray after these two is over here. And I obviously ran through that before he got there, so. All right, I need to build. Where do I have it? Here we go. I was like, where can I build the TP? Build this TP, advance my ship, move a bridge, and call it a day. And we might as well do this for the Cool Towns Club, right? Look at that guy. That's a pretty fun one. All of this. Nice. Cool Towns Club, ho. All right. And there we go. So, pretty cool, successful Architects game. 40 faction or not, maybe. No, I think they were properly the 40 faction. I definitely had a couple things break for me well on cults and power actions early in the game. Even with the D7 attack. That broke really nicely. I think if Prospectors don't come to D8, they're competitive on network. I get less leech. Conspirators get more leech. I think it's a bit of a different game. But I have to remember this one too. C5 against Architects is really kind of nasty. for gray, because it means you're not doing any bridge shenanigans around this whole area, which is otherwise normally so nice for it. And so that's something to keep in mind. But anyways, a fun one. I will throw this on the YouTube. We're going to start trying to do that more. And good compliment, hopefully, to the Architects video. You can go back and watch about the town opening with them. And I talk a little bit about some of the stuff that we saw here with bridges. And yeah, hopefully you enjoyed. Until then, see you next time.